In a world often rushing too fast, where days blend into nights and milestones slip quietly through our fingers, some moments remind us to pause, to breathe, to look around and see the beauty that's been there all along. Love, family, and the warmth of childhood laughter echoing across time. For Jenna Hager, co-host of Today with Jenna and Friends, that moment came on a golden September day, the day her son, Hal, turned 7. A number so small, yet filled with so much meaning. Jenna, now 43, took to Instagram to share the celebration, not as a celebrity, but as a mother, overflowing with love. In one tender photograph, she floated on a boat, her little boy perched joyfully on her shoulders, his life jacket bright against the sunlight. She leaned in and kissed him. A kiss that said 1,000 unspoken words: pride, love, gratitude, and that bittersweet realization every parent knows, that time never slows down. She captioned the moment simply, "May my son be happy." And in that short wish lay a world of emotion, the purest form of love a parent can offer. Another image followed. Jenna, radiant and relaxed, sat with Hal in her lap, both smiling into the golden light of the water. The world might have seen a talk show host, an author, the daughter of a former president, but in that frame, she was just a mother, holding on to her child, holding on to a fleeting season of innocence. Earlier that month, Jenna had shared another family milestone, the first day of school for her 3 children, Mila, now 12, Poppy, 10, and little Hal, heading off to a new grade, their smiles bright and nervous in equal measure. They each held banners declaring their school years. 4th grade, 7th grade, and kindergarten, Jenna laughed. Wow, I'm shocked. Like so many parents, she admitted she couldn't always be there for every moment. Work, life, and time have their own rhythm, but she said something that resonated deeply. As a parent, I believe it's impossible to be present at all times. And though I missed the first day, I realized children are resilient. Humans are resilient. Those words reflected not just her wisdom, but her growth, from a young woman once thrust into the public eye to a mother grounded in gratitude, learning to let go and trust her children's strength. When Jenna called home to ask how the first day went, her kids gave her their own sweet reports. Mila sighed, "I have homework already. Being a 7th grader is so hard." And little Hal added with wide eyes, "Kindergarten is so much harder than pre-K." Jenna laughed, comforted by the normalcy of it all. These kids are fine. But this September, her heart belonged to Hal, her baby boy, growing up, smiling bigger, dreaming wider. Just weeks before, the Hagers had returned from a summer family vacation in Italy. The 5 of them, Jenna, Henry, Mila, Poppy, and Hal, had wandered through the Roman basilicas, marveled at the Colosseum, and tossed coins into the Trevi fountain. They'd shared gelato under a pastel sunset, and Jenna, as she often does, captured these small, luminous fragments for her followers, proof that family memories are life's truest souvenirs. So when Hal's birthday arrived, it was more than a celebration. It was a reflection of love, of time, and of how fast children grow before our very eyes. On Instagram, Jenna's words carried both nostalgia and wonder. She wrote, "How did my baby boy turn 7? Happy birthday to the sweetest soul, the one who loves with all his heart." And her post wasn't just a birthday wish. It was a mother's quiet prayer, that her son's heart would stay as open and kind as it is now, that he'd carry that same light with him as he grows. The photos she shared told a story all their own. Hal, eyes sparkling, blew out the candles on his cake. In another, he hugged his mom tight, his face glowing with laughter. In one especially tender shot, Jenna kissed him on the cheek as he giggled, pure joy written across his little face. Each image was a piece of a love letter, a letter to time, to family, to the unbreakable bond between mother and child. To many of her followers, these moments felt deeply relatable. They weren't just seeing a famous TV personality, they were seeing themselves. The bedtime stories, the first day of school jitters, the birthday candles that seemed to multiply too quickly. Jenna's openness made her human.
Not polished perfection, but heartfelt honesty. At the end of August, before the busy season began, Jenna shared a short video montage from that Italian trip. The sound of her children's laughter, the sight of Henry's arm around her shoulder, it was love in motion. Love that doesn't need an audience, only intention. As Hal turned 7, Jenna also reflected on her journey as a mother, from sleepless nights and diaper changes to school lunches and late-night talks. She once said, "Motherhood is the greatest adventure I'll ever go on." And watching her speak about her children, you can feel that she means it. Jenna and Henry's love story began long before their lives were defined by morning television or family fame. Behind every photo and every laugh, there's a partnership built on trust, humor, and devotion. She often calls Henry her partner in crime, not just in parenting, but in navigating the chaos and joy that life brings. In her birthday tribute, she wrote, "So lucky to raise these babies with you." And in that one line, you can sense everything: gratitude, admiration, and the shared tenderness of two parents building a life together. One ordinary,
wasn't
beautiful
lavish
day
or extravagant.
at a time.
It didn't need to be. It was real. Just family, friends, sunshine, and laughter. Hal's face lit up as he ran around with the sisters, played games, and devoured his favorite snacks. It was a day painted with simplicity, yet it meant everything. Jenna has always been honest about motherhood, its highs and lows, its exhaustion and joy. She once shared that she often feels torn between work and family, trying to do it all. But her stories remind parents everywhere that perfection isn't the goal. Presence is. Love is. And through her vulnerability, she gives comfort. To every mom who's ever missed a school play, every dad who's come home late, every parent who's ever whispered, "Am I doing enough?" Jenna's story says, yes, you are. Because love finds its way through the chaos. It always does. Looking at the photos of Hal's 7th birthday, one thing stands out: joy. Pure, unfiltered joy. It's in the way Hal laughs, the way Jenna holds him, the way Henry looks at them both with pride. That's what makes this moment so universal. It's not about celebrity or success. It's about family, the thread that holds us together when the world feels unsteady. In another post, Jenna shared an old baby photo of Hal, a tiny bundle wrapped in soft blankets, eyes closed, unaware of the world waiting for him. She wrote softly beneath it, "From a tiny baby to 7 years old, time, slow down." Those words echo what every parent has whispered at some point. Because no matter who we are, famous or not, time feels the same when it comes to our children. It rushes. It slips through our hands like sand. And all we can do is hold on, just for a little longer. What makes Jenna's story so powerful is its simplicity. It's not about grand gestures, but about the little things: a kiss on a boat, a laugh in the kitchen, a birthday cake surrounded by family. It reminds us that love doesn't need perfection to be profound. Jenna's journey as a mother, and as a woman balancing public and private life, has unfolded in front of millions. Yet through it all, she's managed to stay grounded, to keep her children's world gentle, stable, and full of joy, even when hers is filled with cameras and lights. It's this authenticity that people connect to, the feeling that she's not just sharing photos, but lessons. Lessons about slowing down, about cherishing the now, about remembering that behind every success and every title, what truly defines us is how we love and who we love. As Hal steps into another year of his young life, Jenna continues to remind her followers, and perhaps herself, that these years, though fleeting, are the most magical of all. The scraped knees, the birthday candles, the bedtime giggles. These are the stories that shape us, the memories that last far longer than any show, headline, or photograph ever could. And as the sun set over that September day, Jenna looked at her son, her daughters, and her husband, her family, and smiled, because in that simple moment, surrounded by laughter and love, she knew that she had everything that truly mattered. So as listeners, as parents, as dreamers, we take a lesson from her heart: to hold our children a little tighter, to take more photos, to laugh louder, to slow down time, even if just for a breath. Because someday we'll look back and realize these were the golden years. And maybe that's the quiet beauty of Jenna Bush Hager's story. Not that it's perfect, but that it's real. A celebration not just of birthdays, but of love that endures through every season of life. And as long as there's laughter echoing in her home, kisses shared on summer boats, and birthday candles being blown out, the story of Jenna, Henry, and their children will continue to remind the world that love, in its simplest form, is what makes life truly extraordinary.